Hi, I'm Debbie Meyer, and I just finished a 1 hour session with Kevin today. And as I knew I would love it because I've had one before. And he addressed a specific issue that I had in regards to tennis elbow today. And I could feel all of the workings that he had. But starting out with knowing that he was looking and really aware of my whole body and what my needs were, and just muscle testing along the way was really nice. I just know that my body is getting what it needs to be able to go and live life more fully now. It felt good. Some of it, I'm like, oh yeah, I can feel you working on that. Really feel that. But in the end, you're like, oh yeah, wow, I can move better and I'm freer. And I just have such a great faith and confidence in what he does that it makes me happy to know that I've been here. And I can't wait for my next 4 sessions. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Zona, and I came to see Kevin a few weeks ago, and I had been dealing with pain that I'll call sit pain, revolving around pain when that I would say would be my sit bone. I've been under chiropractic care for, I would say, about 2 years before I came to Kevin. And my chiropractor brought me to, I would say, like a 75% improvement. So I was pretty happy with that. But Kevin gave me a new hope that I could reach higher. So since seeing Kevin, which hasn't been very long, I feel like I've come from that 75% closer to 100, maybe another 10%. And so my renewed hope is now to be at 100%, which would be pain-free, and that I could sit and ride bicycle again and do some of the things that I love to do physically. So I'm very thankful to Kevin and making it this far, and also thankful to the Lord. So keep the hope.
Okay, so my name is Jeff Stewart, and I'm 45 years old, and I've been coming here to Sano Wellness Center for, well, since 2012, I believe, and I got to know Kevin shortly thereafter. And let me tell you about my day today, actually the last week. I came in here really contorted, really tight. It's almost like every muscle, tissue, and tendon in my body was just crying out for relief. And like I said, this had been going on for about a week. And I woke up this morning and I had this sensation like if I can get in to see Kevin, that'd be really cool, number one. And I knew it would be of God because he's normally not available same day. But I got notice back that Kevin was available, and I came in here and literally my neck was super tight, my jaw was tight, all my shoulders were tight. Everything was really, really like somebody took a concrete wall and just placed it on my shoulders and neck and back and just said, it was just really tight like this, really painful. And so, but I knew that once I got in here, because it's like this every time, that well, not only with Kevin would it be a physical relief, but it's also a soulish relief and a spiritual relief, because I can trust him that he'll not only sort out the symptom, but he'll go places that are probably unexpected on me spiritually, soulishly, and physically, but that will get into the root of the issue, which is the source of the pain. As an example, in one case, my like the neck stuff I described earlier, I had known, I think deep down, that the source of it wasn't so much that these were agitated, they were, but it was because the rest of my physical body was kind of like turned off. It just was like not functioning. So there was an overcompensation up here, and which created a whole lot of pain. So when I explained that to Kevin and I got on the mat, he kind of immediately started working on my legs and hips, and I knew what he was doing. It was like, and so we sorted that out later. It's like, yeah, everything here was kind of off, and it made this hard work too hard, which created the pain. And once we got all this working again, then this doesn't have to work as hard, and now you've got relief. And I have to tell you, I've got a lot of relief right now. I'm feeling really, really good. But the cool thing is we also went into some spiritual things that I had been dealing with. And I got to explain to him some of the dreams I had recently. And like I knew he would, he gave me some confirmations back. One of them was when one of my visions was I had a backpack in this dream with the Lord. And I was supposed to go into this terrain. And the backpack I had on, and he was there, and he kind of gave me a slap on the back and said, go for it. And that was this morning. As Kevin tells me today that he's actually going to go backpacking in Europe. And he's got some terrain that he needs to go hit. And it was just like a moment that we had, a connection. And sometimes those connections with other people can also produce the freedom that you need soulishly and physically, just to know that there's another person out there that identifies with you. And I think Kevin's really good at that. He's very gifted at that. The other thing we discovered too was that the backpack I was carrying in the dream was probably too heavy. And so with Kevin and Jesus, we just kind of abstracted some of that stuff out today. And now my my neck and shoulders are all light and things are moving and I just feel great. And then finally, the what was the name of the therapy we did today with the eyes?
Brain spotting.
The brain spotting. If you get a chance to check that out, that was something I've never done before. I can't go into the science of it. Kevin can tell you that. But for me, it hits something not only spiritually, emotionally, but also physically. I've been dealing with a spot down here, if you can see it down here, for almost forever. And as we were doing the session, it was almost like, it felt like a minty, kind of a freeing feeling right in this part of my body. And I knew that there was this tightness that had been there for a long time, was releasing. It was literally releasing while we were doing the therapy. In addition to that, my ears had been ringing and had been acting very strange, real tight in the jaw and in the ears. And that too was just, it was releasing during this therapy, which was fantastic. So, Kevin, you're a gift, buddy. God's gift to people who are on a journey to get free. And not only is it your hands, but it's also the anointing of God is on this place to bring a freedom that is not only physical, but it's also soulish and it's also spiritual. And then it helps connect those three together. And when that happens, you can have a divine health that you never knew was really possible. And so that's it. How's that?
Thank you.
All right, it's off the cuff. There
That's
it goes.
beautiful.